there was a speaker years ago that mentioned this. He said, as the world evolves and as technology evolves, your client experience, you're actually not up against the client experience of your industry. You're not up against other financial advisors. You're actually up against what's the client experience at the Apple store, at the Ritz-Carlton when you check in. And I love that audit idea because let's just call it what it is. Most financial services firms, it's just kind of been by default. Like, hey, I kind of like Frankenstein these technologies together. It's not intuitive. It's not user-friendly for your client. And one of the things we coach on a lot at Triad is be client obsessed. We're advisor obsessed here. We want the experience. That's obviously why we're working with you, Mile Marker. We want to make it more seamless, more intuitive, a more user-friendly experience. And by the way, that doesn't happen if you have to have 17 different logins to 17 different softwares. That's not user-friendly. And so if you were going to flip that and throw that to advisors out there and start to think about the client journey through the technology, which starts with the front end, the analysis riskalyze, which then goes into the build, which is maybe the financial planning software, which then goes into how you love and take care of that client once the plan is in place, and kind of the intuitive portal or login experience or doc sharing or review. What are some things you'd be thinking about or questions you'd be asking yourself if you were an advisor out there trying to figure out, how do I build this thing?
Yeah, I love that question. We love to steal from the founders of Airbnb. So it's kind of a lot of where this went from. But, they would ask, okay, if somebody was to come and book a stay or an experience on with us, what does a 3-star experience look like? And everybody's, okay, I think a 3-star experience would have these components or qualities or things like that. Okay, how about a 4-star? And they describe it and, it's better. How about a 5-star? Oh, wow, and everybody thinks they're going to be done there. And he goes, okay, how about a 6-star experience? And he goes all the way up to, I think, a 10-star experience. And it's like, what would it have to take for you to call this a 10-star experience? And I would encourage every advisor listening to this to go through that with their team. Okay. What does a 3-star look like? And if you're less than a 3-star experience, you really need to have a gut check with yourself and your team, because if you ever look up a restaurant or a place online and they have less than 3 stars, are you really giving that place a serious look? I think the answer is a hard no. You're going to go find something different. So we got to, at minimum, have a 3-star experience. And then what is a 4-star, and so on and so forth. Going through that exercise is really meaningful. But then also, this is probably going to sound counterintuitive, but meet your clients where they're at. So many of the software vendors in this space right now are trying to build client experiences or client portals. And mostly what that looks like is a collection of accounts and performance and whatever. Listen, your clients are already using Mint or Personal Capital or something. They already have something on their phone where they're going and looking at that. So if you're going to provide a client portal, think about how it goes beyond what their performance and their accounts and their investments look like, and have it much more focused on how they can achieve their goals, how they can feel more secure, how they can learn from you as an advisor, because they don't hire you to tell them how they're performing. They hire you to make them feel confident that they're going to be okay. And at the end of the day, no matter whether it's a 3-star experience or a 10-star experience, the foundation and core of that has to be that these clients can live the life that they want to live, and that while living that life, they're not going to be putting themselves in jeopardy. Your job is to make sure that they don't jeopardize their future. And that is the core of any great client experience.